Welcome to the Leadership Spark podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. This is Corey, and today I want to continue talking about the two poisons that we introduced yesterday, the poison of politics and the poison of confusion. And those two things, either both of them or one of them, could be derailing your team and could be slowing your team down, and you want to avoid them at all costs. But if that's the case, it's politics. Yes, you want to avoid that. And it's confusion. Yes, you want to avoid that. What is the positive side of that? What are the things that you need to build in your team to be able to prevent those from happening, but not just to be preventative, but to be proactive, to build the kind of environment that allows you to excel as a leader and allows your team to bring their best and excel doing whatever it is that they do within your organization. And so today I want to talk about the two fundamental, foundational things that your team needs in order to be successful. And those two things are trust and clarity. If your team trust each other, and if they trust you as a leader and they're clear on all the things they need to be clear on, then there's nothing holding your team back. You can remove any obstacle in the way because you're moving towards a collective goal and you're committed to a common objective. And if that is happening, then you can win as a leader. And so what I wanted to do is provide some questions that you can ask yourself, or these are questions that you can ask your team to be able to self-assess trust and clarity. If trust and clarity are the two fundamental foundational things that you need to build as a team, and they help you prevent politics and confusion from happening within your team, then what are some ways that you can self-assess? So I want to give you three questions for each that you can think about. And you can ask your team, or you can ask yourself, or you can ask other people that you trust to give you insight into how are you doing today when it comes to building an environment where people trust each other, and how are you doing today when it comes to building an environment where confusion is mitigated and people are clear and they have clarity. And so here are some questions that you can ask yourself. Number one, we'll start with trust. Three questions that you can ask yourself to assess trust. When something goes wrong on your team, do people feel safe speaking up about it? Be honest with yourself. When something goes wrong on your team, do people feel safe speaking up about it? If they feel safe and they're actually doing it, how do you know? Well, they do it. They speak up about it. Then you know that there's high trust. If they don't, for whatever reason, feel comfortable to speak up, then you may have a trust issue. Question number two, do you feel comfortable challenging ideas or disagreeing with the leader or others on the team? That's a question you can ask people on your team. Do you feel comfortable challenging ideas with me, the leader, or with other people on the team? If the answer is yeah, I feel comfortable, then that's an indication that you have trust. If it's no, then you may have low trust on your team. And the best idea will not surface if you have low trust. The third question is this, you can ask your team this. If you needed help on a tough problem, if someone on your team needed help with a tough problem, how confident are you that someone on the team would step in and help you? And if the confidence is low, then there's a lack of trust. If the confidence is high, that yeah, if I had a problem or if I'm in a tough situation, then my teammates will come and they will help me out and they will help me get through that. Then that's an indicator that you have trust on your team. And so three questions for trust. You can ask yourself or ask your team those. It'll give you an idea of where you are when it comes to trust on your team. What about clarity? Three questions for clarity. Number one, how clear are you on the top three priorities for our team right now? Ask your team that question. How clear are you? Can you tell us the top three priorities for our team? And is it consistent across everybody on your team? And if you have consistency and everybody can say, these are our top priorities, then people are clear. If they can't, then there could be confusion and is slowing your team down. Question number two, how clear are you on what success looks like in your role? Ask your team that. How clear are you? Do you know what success looks like? And if they can articulate it and it aligns with how you would define success, great, everything's clear. If they can't and there's confusion, then it will slow your team down. Question number three, when you start a project or any kind of work, how clear are you about who owns what and what decisions you can make? If something new is initiated, how clear are you on the decisions that you can make? How clear are you on who owns what when it comes to this work that you're being asked to do? And if the answer is, I'm clear on who owns it and I'm clear on what decisions I can make, and here are examples of those, then great, you have clarity. If not, then you may have confusion, and that confusion is slowing your team down. And where there is confusion and a lack of clarity, that's where politics can start to spin up as well. So if you want to mitigate politics and confusion on your team, build an environment that is high trust, build an environment that is very clear and there's clarity. And if you have trust and you have clarity, those two things, you can go a long way as a leader with your team. You can move a lot faster as a leader with your team together towards that collective goal that you have. And so the go and do is go do everything that you can. And it takes effort and work to build a culture of trust and to build a culture of clarity. And if you do those two things, probably nothing will stop you.